All right. Good evening, everybody. I am just checking that everything is working. We never know with technology. Yes, YouTube is working well. All right. Yes, in Facebook looks like. Let me see. Yeah. I am checking. Looks like. Let me see. Yeah. All right. This weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I have the Life Conscious Expo, la Expo Vida Consciente. Hello, Joshua. I didn't put it in your in your wall. I am late. And yes, however, Joshua, I have an information that is very different of what you know, and I'm going to tell you the energetic consequences of doing marijuana and ayahuasca. I had a Life Conscious Expo, I believe the biggest spiritual conference in the US. And something very interesting happened. I had a family coming, the parent and two kids. The youngest one, 13 years old, comes first. I scan her energy. I will need some water. And I found very deep toxic energies that I only find on people who smoke marijuana or go to ayahuasca ceremonies with 40 people, which is so dangerous, and I talk about that, and I'm going to tell details. I didn't tell this young teenager anything because he was too young for me to ask, do you smoke marijuana? The other sibling came 3 years older, and I found even more toxic energy blockages, what I call non-human spirit attachment, which are very vicious, very dangerous. I mean, we don't have to be afraid. The reason I said that, they are cause of deep health conditions and accidents. That's what it means. People live for years with those. However, to this young man who was taller than me, very handsome, and I asked him, the first thing after the 30-minute session, we were doing 30-minute session healing on the Life Conscious Expo. I have some pictures on my wall. And when I asked, do you smoke marijuana? He said, yes. I said, well, the deep energy blockages, I didn't say the kind of entities he had, are the ones that I find only on people who smoke marijuana. What happened with this? Hold on a second. Okay. And then the parent comes, and I found something in between the two kids, but also this deep toxic energy. So at the end, I asked the parent, do you smoke marijuana? And the parent said, no. I said, oh my God, my scanning was wrong. They came the next day not for a hands-on energy healing, but for the crystal bed, the one that you see when I do the healing after 7. And again, the parent always last, because that's what we parents do. We put always our kids for healing first. And when the second kid was on the crystal bed receiving the healing session, I asked the parent, do you know that your kids smoke marijuana? And the parent says, yes. I've been telling them they don't listen to me. I came to the car and they smell everything. And you have to see them, how beautiful teenagers they were. How great they look. And the youngest one asked me, I am biting my lip all the time. This is the product of the toxic energies on the second chakra. And the parent asked me, can you talk to them? I would love to. It's like they were my kids. My kids are older than them. I start talking to them, and something very interesting happened. The crystal bed power went off because somebody disconnected. So to make up for the time, I was doing at that time a hands-on healing session on my right, and the crystal bed with one of the kids were there. I put my hand here. I start talking to the kids. I told them, when you smoke marijuana, your energy field weakens to the point that has empty spaces of energy. So the energy shield that our aura is not working anymore. You are open to all these toxic energies to come to your body. So, and they were very thankful, because it was the first time that somebody explains to them why they were feeling so bad. Because they were smoking marijuana, but they didn't know. They were very thankful. And the older one who was on the crystal bed, the one that I put my hand, just an extra thing, because on the crystal bed we don't touch them. They receive the energy from the crystals. He said, and then I asked him, I felt that they didn't have a father. I mean, the father wasn't in the family. So I asked them, what about your father? No, we don't. They split, my parents, when I was 3 and the youngest was 1.5, something like that. Because I felt the pain, the emptiness on their growing up after all those years without one of the parents. So, the reason I tell you that is, the parent was getting the toxic energies without having sex, with the proximity with their own kids. Because when we are in a family, we have a strong energy connection. So all the toxic emotions translated to our energies, they are felt by people in the family. Let me see if I can see the picture. That's the picture. So all these toxic energies, all these energy blockages, were transferred to the parent. But it's not the whole energy blockage. Jenny, thank you so much for sharing this. This video will be here. Tell your son to listen. I would love to talk to your son. So part of the energy blockages, the toxic energies that we have, are transferred to our kids. In this case, it was the very first time I never knew that the kids, because they are doing marijuana, could transfer the toxic energies to the parents. That shocked me. Okay, this is just for educational purposes. I came late. I will tell you another story. A young man in his 30s, I saw in his eyes that his eyes were a little compromised, like with toxic energies. I scanned him and he has very deep toxic energies. At the end I asked him, do you smoke marijuana? No. Do you get drunk? No. Do you have a romantic relationship, your boyfriend? No, I got divorced. And I mentioned the 7-8 things that I always mention that could weaken our energy field, or by proximity we open our field to this toxic energy. And he said, I don't do any of those. And I was puzzled. I said, well, my scanning is wrong again. And he told me, well, my roommate does ayahuasca ceremonies groups once a month. There you go. This is the problem with ayahuasca. Ayahuasca was used by indigenous people in the jungle, and they did it in the family, and that's fine because they don't have the toxicity of the big city that we have now. They live in the middle of the jungle with communion, in communion with God, which is the nature, which is the energy, the pure energy that we find in nature. And they were family, so they all have the same pure energy, so they did it for other purposes. The problem is that the silly Western people, especially here in America, they say, oh, ayahuasca is the cure of everything. This is BS. And I am very tempted to say the whole word BS, because it makes me upset. I see my friends who are doing ayahuasca all with terrible toxic energies. So when people do ayahuasca in a group, ayahuasca makes our energy field disappear. The whole aura disappear to opens to other things. If you are in nature, it's fine, because the anaconda, the serpents, the crocodile, the monkeys, they don't have the toxic energy that we humans have. They could be open to maybe other kind of, but when you're in a room with 10, 40, 80 people like they do in this famous wellness center in Costa Rica, you're getting the toxic energies of the 80 people. And I know myself because my friend went, gave me a picture of a group. I tested energetically, all of them have the same deep entities, toxic energies in the same chakras. Even the shaman who gave the ceremony, these people have no clue what they are doing. Doing ceremonies with Western people, with civilized people who goes to heal because they are full of toxic energies in a group is a crime. They are fooling you. You pay a lot of money and you don't get anything. Everybody sees that one person saw the cosmos, and so what? That's not realization. That's not enlightenment. That's a spiritual show. That's not healing. This is why I recommend this energy healing, which is simple, however it's very deep. Because when we remove these energy blockages that we were doing at the expo, we were in the middle of hundreds of people with all the noise. And I have in my phone, somebody told me, among all the noise in the expo, Carlos' session was awesome because we know what to do. We know that our job is to find these energy blockages, static energy blockage, dynamic ones or entities, spirit attachments, all that stuff, and remove them. And that's what we do. We don't do a show. We don't do until all those things that people wants to know. What did you see? I'm going to get the love of my life, and I'm going to get money. I'm going to Vegas. Can you do a healing session so I can make a lot of money on Vegas? That's all BS. Now I'm going to calm my heart and my mind during the healing session. I want to do something different today. I never done before. We are going to start with 5 minutes. Hello Cinnamon Nut. Hello David Martin. No, David, we are going to start now, and we are going to do something different today. We are going to do a process that will last 3 to 4 minutes. It's an energy clearing process, very profound and powerful. Whoever sends me the heart, thank you very much. Hola Isaías, Heidi, Patricia, Eden, Rossi, Romo, Pimpo, he's my friend from high school back in Argentina. Ciao, hello, Ciao. All right, what you have to do is very simple. Choose an item in your life that you want to change or you don't want anymore. I have a broken heart, I don't want it anymore. I have this back pain, this headache, I don't want it anymore. I have a health condition, I don't want it anymore. The example that I will give you, I always give the same example because it's clear, is this. Somebody loses his job, And the problem is the money, because he's worried about paying the rent or the mortgage or the car payment. He's worried about supporting his family. So losing the job is just a root cause that produce, or the immediate effect is not having money. But after that, there are multiple situations. Let's say I have this chronic pain in my back. That's the main thing, which is an energy blockage somewhere. I cannot run, I cannot do exercise. I wake up at night, when I turn around, I am half discapacitated, something like that, disabled, because of this pain that nobody can find the solution. So, you think on the main subject item you don't want anymore in your life, or you don't want to change, and then in all the ways it's affecting your life. So we start right now. I'm going to remain here. I'm just going to lower the light, and we start this process. Let's begin now. You can lay down on the bed, you can be sitting, it's the same. This is it will work anyway. I usually ask people to sit down in a sofa when they come to my office. You can be laying down on bed too. I do it sometimes when Jodani is the one I learned from. She does these processes for 1 hour. They do many of these processes. I lay down on bed. Of course I fall asleep. Let's begin now. Take a deep breath. And now just go and lay down on bed. I'm going to start the group healing. The reason I play my harmonium is that brings me a lot of energy. It's a way to connect to the energy with me. And after this, I'm going to explain how did we do the how does it work, the process that we just did. The distance session starts now. For the new people, you just lay down on bed, make an intention, and I'm receiving an energy healing session. Okay, David, we are going to start now. Lay down on bed and make an intention. I am receiving an energy healing session from Carlos. The reality is not from me, it's from God. It's the healing energy that we call Reiki. At this time of my life has no name, it just comes from God. And you can make a healing intention. I don't want this pain in the middle of my chest anymore. I don't want this back pain. And then a deeper intention. I want the root cause of this pain to be removed. And just lay down on bed for the next 25 minutes. This is the difficult part for me, because after feeling all that peace, I just don't want to get up. And feeling that peace should be the goal of humans. All this peace everybody talks about, from Jesus, Krishna, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, the only way to get to that peace is through deep meditation. There is no other way. People look for love from another person, a romantic love, and that love is always temporary. Next thing you know, you are not with that person anymore. Then one dies. You can enjoy, no doubt you can enjoy, but the only thing that will remain is the love of God, and that is felt on deep meditation. There are other ways, yes, but this is the easiest, and this is what Paramahansa Yogananda came to do in 1920, to give to the West the scientific method to contact with God. And then everything changes from the inside out, like the healing that we do doing Reiki. All right. Hola, Janet. Hola, Carlos. Peace with you too. I love peace. I love peace. I love to feel this feeling because it's very healing. When you receive a hands-on energy healing session, you're getting the experience of a decades of meditation experience of a meditator. You can get it with a good healer at any time. And after you experience that, life is not the same. Again, my recommendation, get away from marijuana. It's not worth it. There is not even one benefit. People have come to me, young people, they start smoking for pain, and they say after a week or two they felt 10 times, 20 times worse. Ayahuasca is another scam. People who resort to healing, to ayahuasca and marijuana, is because they don't take responsibility of their life. They want the quick fix. Taking marijuana and ayahuasca as a healing method, the sacred plant, is exactly the same as taking prescription medication from the scam of the pharmaceutical industry. People like the quick fix without doing the work. If we have a health condition, like I have in my throat for 2 months already, I know the energy blockage, I know where is it coming from, I am working on that. When I used to have this severe back pain, I know exactly, and I didn't resort to any healer. Like for this, I can go to a healer friend of mine, in 1, 2, 3 sessions going to be gone, and then what? If I know the root cause and I don't tackle that root cause. Heidi says, I really need it after being with... How is your mom? Just put in the chat, or maybe I call you. We went over time. Well, we have 4 minutes. The pulse technique, the 5 minutes we did at the beginning, works like that. It's so cool. I'm going to bring the picture again. How is the picture of the energy blockages? The process was that we need to think on a situation in life that we want to change. when we think on that situation, if there is any energy blockage attached to that pain, that feeling of depression, anxiety, panic attacks, it will activate. I don't want to go and drink water. Will activate that energy blockage, and it will be shown, it will be active, and the healing energy is attracted to that energy blockage, to that toxic energy. This energy that we call Reiki, the definition of Reiki is intelligent, divinely guided healing energy. So it will be attracted to that energy blockage that we need to heal. I mean, it's the pulse, they don't call it Reiki, but it's the same intelligent energy. And if any one of you experience an improvement on that intention that you put on these 4 or 5 minutes that we did at the beginning, let me know, because it was very healing for me and for many of my clients. All right, let me see in YouTube if there is any question. David, thank you. That was very deep and peaceful. Deep and peaceful, David. That's deep healing. I am very, very happy for you. Come every Tuesday. On Thursdays, I do the same in Spanish, but anybody can participate. It's the same time, 7 to 7:30, and you don't even need to participate here. Thank you, JZZJ, and thank you, Liz. Hello, Liz. So, if you don't speak Spanish, on Thursday, just lay down on bed from 7 to 7:30. Love you all. Thank you for being here. I see you next week. And before I forget, we start practicing meditation once a month. Practicing meditation once a month is not enough. We need to practice meditation 1 hour a day, every day. At least half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the afternoon. Of course, if you haven't practiced meditation before, we have to build up the muscles, the capacity to relax and be still. Meditation, we have to be 100% still. Nothing moves, not even our thoughts, but that takes time. Start with 5 minutes meditation. Go back to the day that we did the meditation, the first week of February, and next week will be our meditation day, and we're going to practice the same, maybe something else. I see you in a week.